To the U.S., KTEP's Angela Kucherga reports.
During her visit, the vice president will tour the Border Patrol's Central Processing Center, where she'll get a briefing on operations and speak to migrants. Afterwards, she'll meet with immigrant advocates and community organizations. Fernando Garcia is with the Border Network for Human Rights, an advocacy group.
I think it is important that she comes to the border, but we hope that she comes to listen.
His group is calling for the Biden administration to close the emergency shelter for migrant teens at Fort Bliss and to end Title 42, a pandemic health regulation under which most migrants are quickly expelled. I'm Angela Kucherga in El Paso.
Existing home values in Texas jumped about 15% last month compared to May 2020. That's according to Texas A&M's Real Estate Research Center. Economist Luis Torres explains soaring demand and a record low inventory of housing for sale is driving up prices, but he calls the trend unsustainable.
How can you maintain levels of 50% price increases for the coming months? It's really difficult to do that. So you're probably going to price out some households out of the market, causing demand to weaken somewhat going forward.
Torres says statewide home sales in May remained well above pre-pandemic levels. And the Killeen Police Department on Thursday arrested the main suspect in the shooting on Austin's 6th Street that killed one person and wounded more than a dozen others. 19-year-old DeAndre Dramaris White is charged with murder. I'm Joseph Leahy.
As communities grapple with the coronavirus pandemic, new developments unfold continuously. Catch up on the day's news from around the world and across Texas by listening to All Things Considered, weekday afternoons on your local NPR station.
The U.S. is preparing for a new round of indirect talks with Iran in an attempt to restore the 2015 nuclear deal.
We still think that it's possible. We still think that it's certainly in our interest. We think it's in Iran's interest too, but they'll have to make that decision for themselves.
More from the top U.S. negotiator next on Morning Edition. You're listening to KERA 90.1.
A lot of trucks in this area.